Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Test test test. So we want to talk to Colin Fitzpatrick and a ton of concussion scares, and there's some people that are worried about that. Statistically, it may fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, so what did we learn about the real game of tackle football? Because you've all played it. What did you learn about the real game by playing flag football? Colin?
I learned it's not the values of one person, it's the values of everyone's hard work.
Awesome. And tell me how pulling a flag from somebody may simulate just a tackle in like a real game.
Tackles are different because you just jump on people. Flags, you have to keep your eye coordination on them to pull the flags.
Great answer. And boys,
Well, that at the pay attention and not wander off and listen to the coach.
Coach Callan?
Well, usually hit in ice hockey, so first play of the first game, I sent one kid off the field for the rest of the season, so I was kind of mad about that. And
But in flag football, we don't hit like that. There's no contact, right?
yeah.
Okay. Still get some of that, but you're just doing it that simulates the hit, but you don't actually hit. So that's why flag football has been so great. And Colin, you were a heck of a two-way player, and you guys were. The neat thing we had this year, and we're really excited. Anytime you guys come out to these games, you can always come this, and I got your tickets. All right. All right. Thank you. Down low, and we'll see you guys up after the half.
Right through.
Go, step outside, bud. So what's that? Okay. We're live? Can they hear me?
So we are back. We'd like to sincerely apologize to our viewers. We had some technical difficulties here at the Mainland Mustang Corral. The Wi-Fi bandwidth went down at an untimely time right before kickoff. We were unable to get up and running until at the end of the first half. I want to bring everybody up to speed. First and foremost, you are looking live at the Mainland Mustang Corral in downtown Linwood. The Mainland Mustangs are leading the Absegami Braves 27-0 here in their home opener. Mainland 1-0 enters the contest against the Absegami Braves, who has yet to play a game with a 0-0 record. Mainland came out in the first half and absolutely gave it to them. I have to tell you, it was an exciting first half. The Mainland Mustangs were filled with big plays on offense, defense, special teams. We had a 44-yard touchdown run by number 6, Stephen Lark, at 8:37 in the first quarter to go up 7-0. We had a 33-yard field goal by number 12, our kicker, Sean Carey, to put him up 10-0. We had a 35-yard touchdown run at 8:45 of the second quarter by number 3, Tyquan Campbell, to put him up 17-0. And then after a botched kickoff, Absegami allowed Mainland to recover the fumble on their own 6. Mainland punched it in. Quarterback Dean Baywatch Hall scored from the 1 to put him up 24-0. And then finally, to cap off the first half scoring, we had a 37-yard field goal by number 12, kicker Sean Carey. I'd like to give a shout out to number 5, the holder, Kyle Goodman, did an excellent job there in the first half. And we have a score of 27-0 as the Mainland Mustangs have absolutely trounced the Absegami Braves here in the first half. We had so much excitement. The excitement was palpable. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we're not able to show it to you, but we are now live as the second half is getting ready to begin. As you can see on your screen, the Mainland Mustangs are fired up, getting ready for the second half. Dave, I don't know about you, but I used so much energy in that first half yelling and screaming, I got to ramp it back up.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a little loud on this, but I'll tell you what, we have a lot of second half football to still go. Here's the thing. You have a good, well-coached team by Dennis Scuderi Jr. He's going to come out and make his adjustments, and we're going to keep this game hopefully within range. So I like to see a good game. We're here under the lights. I don't want it to end. Fantastic. When it does end, though, we're going to end tonight at what? Charlie's Bar tonight, where we're going to, at this whole team, this community usually communes back at Charlie's. It's been a tradition since 1995, and then this been over 20 years now. And after a big win like tonight, this game will be replayed on all the TVs in there, and it's going to be a great time.
Charlie's Bar, where the husbands are. We are going to play the second half twice at Charlie's Bar. I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors. Ducktown Tavern, where else are you going to go? Point Diner and Tailgaters Grill in Galloway. All three owned by one member or another of the Exodoculus family, Summers Point legends. Dave mentioned in an earlier broadcast at Overbrook that him and his boys would go there and get the clam chowder.
I hold the record for most clam chowders eaten in one sitting. That was 7. That's not the little bowl, the big bowl. Now, if you're listening, try to beat that at the Point Diner. And mention that you want to take down Dave Klemick's record at the Point Diner. Done at like probably 2 o'clock in the morning with my buddies Marcus Perry and John Stone. Both witnessed it.
So, Dave, one of the stats I'd like to throw out there for the viewers at home that was absolutely incredible to watch, number 43, Drew DeMorat. He had 7 tackles and a fumble recovery and a special teams play. Dave, he was an absolute beast at home tonight on the field at the Mainland Mustang Corral.
Some of the kids showing off some of their great talents. Now, Drew DeMorat made those plays on special teams. He made those fumbles. He's not just in the right place at the right time. He's actually created that space because of his athleticism. And these guys in the offseason, we talked about this in the first broadcast, they won based on strictly conditioning, I think. They were matched up pretty well talent-wise. In this one, I think we're just a straight-up better team all around.
Dave, a review of the numbers. Mainland outgained Absegami 111 yards to 85. They had 34 yards passing and 77 yards rushing. And we are getting ready for the kickoff here. Absegami kicking off the Mainland. Back deep. It is kicked short. It is picked up by number 23, Devin Anderson. He takes it out to the 42-yard line. Short kick, good return, great starting field position here in the second half. Brings up first and 10 for the Mainland Mustangs on their own 42-yard line, up 27-0 over the Absegami Braves.
Devin makes a smart play right there. I saw him, he looked to the right where there was a small crease, but he kind of, just having a good football IQ, he goes, we're up by 27. I'm not going to make any heroics right now. Let me just get the ball safely, tuck it in, and take it right in the middle for a safe gain.
Dave, I'd like to give the viewers at home an update on a score. I just got a text. St. Augustine Prep leading Lenape 24-6 after the kickoff of the second half. One of our own Athletes Arbor athletes, Joe Bonacek, returned a kickoff for 70 yards. 70 yards. Joe B, 70-yard TD kickoff return to start the second half.
Let me tell you how
Joe B does it all.
Joe B is a 225-pound, 6'1.5" linebacker who wasn't on the front back line. He was not he cannot be the return man. But he is that fast. He is one of the fastest athletes I've ever coached doing it on the return team.
So Hall, Baywatch in the shotgun. Anderson, threw his hands, get on the ball. Sloppy start here for the second half for Mainland. First play was a loss of 2 on the handoff inside. Second play was a missed snap. Brings up second and forever. I'm going to say it's over 30 yards.
Yeah, I would say it's just a fumbled up play, kind of like a fumbled mishap. These things happen when you are distracted, and I think that what happens.
You lose focus when you get up.
You lose focus. You're just kind of like you're trying to play, you're not playing hard anymore, and you just try to kind of play soft, make the little things like little wrong. I would just say when you are up by a lot, and then you start to play soft, I think you start to lose yards like this on plays that you should be gaining.
Again, an inside handoff for no gain. That handoff was to number 3, Tyquan Campbell. Brings up 4th and forever.
It's a long way of saying you play with a different attitude, less swagger. But in the second half, if you're up 27, I still think we should be going up to 35 to get that running clock.
Dave, Mainland's punter, number 31, Jordan Lowry, back to punt. I have to apologize to Jordan's family. I messed up his name last week. He fumbles the snap. He's tackled by Absegami. That was number 31, Jordan Lowry, back as the punter. Mainland came out flat, Dave. I called it. They did not look good here in the second half.
I was trying for better terms, if you're not playing anymore to extend your lead and you're just trying to be preservative, sometimes you make these little mistakes.
Preservatives in food.
Yeah, preservative, whatever. I'm still. You guys didn't hear us in the first half. We were losing our minds.
All right. Here we go. Do we have a new quarterback in for Absegami? No, that's Harned. He's back. Number 13, Absegami's quarterback, Will Harned, throws it out to his left. Pass completed to number 11. On Absegami, number 11 is Jordan Marchucci. He's a 5'9", 170-pound sophomore for the Absegami Braves. Picks up a gain of about 7. Brings up second and 3.
That's a 3-syllable sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
But it's a nice way to dip your shoulder, get inside the linebacker right there, get down.
So Harned in the pistol. He's got trips left. He's got 2 receivers right, empty backfield. Strike that one back next to him. Harned takes a snap, inside handoff, fakes the handoff, runs out to the left, stopped there by number 43, Drew DeMorat. That's his 8th tackle of the game.
Drew DeMorat chased that down from back behind, and now he's got that type of closing speed where he'll go catch a running back or a quarterback from behind in the backfield. That's how fast he is. He had run of the fastest 40 times on the team, and he's a 220-pound linebacker.
So we are, to recap, it is 27-0 Mainland. They came out flat here in the second half. 8.5 minutes to go, clock running. Absegami deep in Mainland territory, 3rd and 4. Harned calls for the ball, fakes the inside handoff. No, he gives it to number 24. I think he stopped short, Dave. That carry is by Quinn McLaughlin, a 5'9", 185-pound junior for the Absegami Braves. Brings up 4th and short. They have to go down 27-0, Dave.
Got to go. You got to put one in the end zone right now. Forget the first down. Put one in the end zone.
I'm calling pick. Pick right here, Dave. Calling it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep. They're going to fake the handoff inside, and they're going to look for number 1, Carnell Davis. And one of our D-backs is going to step up and take it.
Now, he just put a 20 on the table. I don't know if that's considered sports betting.
Harned, he's just kidding, folks. Harned takes the snap. He looks right, throws it out right. Pass for Davis. Did he get the first down? I think he did. First down. Dave, you knew they were going to look for Davis in space. Just for the viewers at home, Carnell Davis is a 6'3", 185-pound sophomore for the Absegami Braves. He is absolutely prolific. He is fast in space. He is an absolute playmaker, and they were looking for him for the whole first half.
I played with his dad at Mainland back in the '95 season where we won a state championship. His dad had that same type of bow-legged, kind of like goofy walk, but could really run.
Harned in the pistol. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, and running back to his left. He's calling for the ball. Harned takes the snap, inside pass. That was a slant pattern. Pass falls incomplete, intended for number 11. Number 11, again, Jordan Marchucci, just a sophomore.
Now, the quarterback did throw at the right side, right low. You want to get that ball in low.
So it doesn't get picked.
The end zone so it doesn't get picked. But it was just a little too low. But it was a smart decision to throw low like that.
7:33 left to go here in the second quarter. Absegami driving. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, Integrity Physical Therapy, outpatient physical therapy for adults and children. 4 offices here in South Jersey.
Ryan Bucaferni, one of the best doctors around, right over there.
Harned calling the signals, takes the snap, looks left, throws it up, passes incomplete, coverage there by number 23, cornerback Devin Anderson. He covered Carnell Davis. Awesome there,
That's
Dave.
going to be a late hit on the we can watch this on the replay.
Was there a flag?
Yeah, they're going to see this on the replay that it is a flag. Yeah.
There's a flag on the field. Referees are conferring.
We can actually see this on the screen in like about a 15-second delay. So we're maybe less, but we can see that's going to be a
personal foul, roughing the passer. Brings up first down and goal for the Absegami Braves. The ref better go get his hanky. There he goes.
And if you weren't with us on the first half, but you're seeing this now, we did have some technical difficulties.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, man, it was a little upsetting because we were so juiced up in here, and I don't think I've ever seen Bill that excited. And I've done a lot of games with Bill.
I was geeked up. 27-0, 7:28 to go. Absegami second and goal from the 4. Harned takes the snap, inside handoff to number 24. He is stopped for a short gain. That is number 24, Quinn McLaughlin. Tackle there by number 55, Braden Lights Out Pullman on the stop. So we interviewed some of the players this week. We had some nicknames. Dean Baywatch Hall. We got Sonny, Better to Be Feared Than Loved Frazier, and Braden Lights Out Pullman.
and our senior cheerleader, Brookie Cookie. Here comes the rush. Oh, he beats rush. Oh, he gets him. Sack. Sack by number 52.
That's Sonny Frazier.
Sonny, it's better to be feared than loved Frazier on the sack. Dave, we interviewed him this week in the This Week in Review show, and he said he could not wait for this game, that he was so pumped to hit someone else other than his teammates.
And we had some fun with him. And
we did.
So did Braden. Braden was great and said, Absegami looked at us like that's an automatic win. And that kind of ticked him off a little bit, and it set these guys up to play a little TO today.
Brings up 4th and 17. 4th and goal from the 17 for Absegami. They need to get points here. They throw it up. They're looking for Davis. Pass is incomplete. Thrown to the wrong side. Absegami turns it over on downs. Mainland takes over 1st and 10. Dave, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, Island Sun Tanning, where it's always sunny. And, Dave, it's always sunny in my living room. When I wake up and look at my two guys, George and Robert Reynolds, who are joining us in the booth, they are absolute studs. They're flag football studs and ice hockey studs, and they were trained by Dave's partner, Ian Walterson, this spring at Athletes Arbor, also one of our sponsors. Walt's Original Primo Pizza. Dave, just to recap from last week, they were one of my first employers. Walt employs hundreds of high school kids. He has stores in Summers Point, Ocean City, at Harrah's, Bally's. He is a proud sponsor of U Sports and EHT Sports. Awesome guy. Walt's a humanitarian. We're back in action. Mainland. Hall, Baywatch, takes it down the sideline. He goes out of bounds. Late hit. Throw the flag. There you go.
Bad.
That was bad. Get him out of here.
I would throw him out of the game after that. Oh, he almost hit the bench right there.
He did. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Dave, I'll tell you what. It's one thing to be losing.
Who's number 20?
Number 20 is on Absegami. Number 20 is Trevor Brenner.
Yeah,
he's actually a captain.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where it's such a bad decision.
Dave, one of the things that I teach when I coach hockey and what you teach your athletes when you coach is, right, no matter what the score is, sportsmanship. It doesn't matter, right? And that right there is a learning lesson for everybody watching.
Now, Dennis Scuderi is a very good coach.
Disciplined. He's disciplined, absolutely.
And he's going to be all over them.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, they may actually disqualify him from the contest. They're getting pretty stiff on rules like that. I mean, there's some bad injuries can happen, pushing people out of bounds, 5 yards out of bounds. I mean, that's like throwing your helmet at somebody.
Dave, that brings the football all the way out to the Mainland 47. That's 1st and 10 after the personal foul. That was a big gain there by Baywatch. Baywatch took it all the way out to about the 32 and then tack on 15 to the 47. Baywatch in the shotgun. That's Dean Hall, number 4. I nicknamed him Baywatch because he's a lifeguard in the summer. He takes the snap. He rolls right. He has plenty of room. He's going to take it. He's got 5. He's got 10. He slowed down and cut it back in the inside. Pick up about 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 with 5:30 left to go in the second quarter, and the clock is running.
Well, this is a perfect way to eat up some clock and secure the ball. Let your quarterback that can run the ball, and just eat up this clock right now.
Dave,
I still think they should score and just run. Let this thing run out.
I agree. Dave, you mentioned Coach Scuderi earlier. Coach Scuderi's son, Braden, who's also a 2009 ice hockey player like my boys, George and Robert. Braden is one of the best ice hockey players in North America for the 2009 birth year. Inside handoff to number 13 on the Mainland Mustangs. He takes it up on the inside, picks up enough for a first down. That was Dennis Moreno. Dennis is a 5'8", 161-pound sophomore. He ran it with conviction there, Dave. Picks up a first down, moves the chains, runs the clock. When you're up 27-0, how important is that?
Yeah, I mean, right now, secure the ball. Let's say your young guy's running it right now pretty well. He looked good and gained some confidence right now. You should start seeing some of the younger players sprinkle in there and let them get some confidence against one of the starting defenses.
I like that. Sprinkle it in. It's like I sprinkle my grated cheese on my pasta. Here we go. Hall in the pistol, thrown out to number 14. He makes a move. He goes down the sideline. He may go all the way. Oh, he's knocked out of bounds by Davis. That was number 14, Kyle Campbell. Dave, last week, he dropped a couple of them. This week, he's caught them.
I think this one's going to be just that he's making a couple catches short that he's going to gain some confidence here. This is what you do early in the season. The deep balls were not there, whether it was a great pass or not. He had his hands on it. As a receiver, I'm going to say you get your hands on it, you got to catch it.
But, Dave, that's another Mainland first down. That brings up 1st and 10 from Absegami's 25. 4:24 left to go. Mainland leading 27-0, looking for 34. Baywatch in the pistol, trips right, inside handoff to number 13 again. That is Dennis Moreno, takes it up the gut. Dave, I love them using the young guys here. Again, Moreno is just a sophomore, brings up 2nd and about 4. I love seeing other guys get their hands on the ball.
It's good, and especially it's a safe time to do it. You're up 27. You're up by 27. You're okay. Couple faces in the crowd today. We were up this high. We could talk about it. Saw Coach Coffey here, legendary coach, my coach. Been here for 30 years. Won 5 state championships. Saw him and his wife here.
Hall takes the snap, fakes the inside handoff. He gets crushed. That was number 20 and number 25 on Absegami. They read that. They were not faked by the ball fake. That was number 20, the gentleman who had a personal foul earlier. It was Trevor Brenner, a 5'10", 185-pound senior. He's the captain for the Absegami Braves, joined by number 25, Bruce Kern, a linebacker. He is a 6', 225-pound junior linebacker for the Absegami Braves. They were not fooled on that play. Absegami is trying to stop the Mainland Mustangs here. Mainland 3rd and 5 from the Absegami 20 on a beautiful evening here at the Mainland Mustang Corral. Graziato in a quarterback. He rolls right. He has all the space in the road. Run the ball, son. Oh, he catches it. Incomplete. Dave, if I was him,
Incomplete.
If I was him, I would have pulled it down and ran.
Let's see. It was a great route he ran. The ball was in a little bit late, but it was a great play by number 2. To pull that ball out right at the end. It was a great route and a great pass.
That was Stephen Wilkins. Dave, we mentioned his name earlier in the first half when we were having technical difficulties. He had 2 or 3 huge tackles for the Braves. We were looking at 4th and about 6 from the 20-yard line. They are not going to kick the field goal here, Dave. They're going to go for it. Hall is back in at quarterback. That's number 4, Dean Baywatch Hall. Hall is in the pistol. I think Hall has looked very good tonight, Dave. Hall trips right, 2 receivers left, empty backfield, calling for the ball. He's in the pistol. He rolls right. He has all the space in the road. Run it, run it. There he goes. He has the sideline. Flag on the play. That's going to negate the first down, and we are going to come back, and it's going to be 4th and 15. I think they called a hold out on the edge there by number 55, Pullman.
Didn't look like it. He's got his hands down like this.
He had it engaged.
Like a hold
he had it engaged.
Maybe.
I think he had it engaged outside the shoulder pad. Unfortunately for the Mustangs, flag on the play. Referees are conferring. Let's see if my prediction is right.
Yeah, I don't think it was a hold. He's looking on the replay, but we'll see what they say. I'm not down there on the field.
Either am I, but we're giving it a shot.
So a little bit of background on Baywatch Dean Hall. This summer, he actually came in late to a practice.
There it is, holding Mainland.
Yeah, he came in late to a practice, and everybody was like, what? They were about to suspend him and all this, and then he had to get a confirmation from another lifeguard that he was out on saving someone's life.
Awesome.
So they kind of let it go. But, so
awesome.
He actually did save somebody's life this summer.
Awesome. So I'd like to thank one of our key sponsors, D'Andrea Produce in Vineland, New Jersey. They were established in 1917. Please stop in and see the D'Andrea family. They offer up the best fresh fruit and produce in South Jersey. Farm fresh, right from the farm to the stand. Absegami takes over. Snap is over the quarterback's head. He picks it up. He actually has some space. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. Dave, what an awkward play that was. The snap went all the way back to the goal line. He picked it up, and he got it all the way back out to the 20.
He's an athletic kid. He's an athletic. He makes some plays, especially when, he's got some space like this, and they're playing a pretty safe-looking defense so that, nobody throws a bomb on him. So he has some space. They're only putting three linemen down. And the rest of them they're going to put in the defensive backfield to make sure they don't throw anything deep, get space to run.
So 2:33 left to go in the third quarter. The clock is stopped. There's an injury on the field. The quarterback on that play was number 13, Will Harned. Will is a 5'9", 5'10", 185-pound junior.
He's got a bright future.
Edmonds Associates, Dave, is one of our key sponsors as well. They offer direct mailing. They are simple, they are effective, and they have your solutions. Edmonds Associates, they're located on Tilton Road in Northfield. They do governmental mailings, small business mailings, corporate mailings. They have all your answers for all your marketing needs. They have a program called EDDM, Every Door Direct Mail, that's through the United States Post Office, and Edmonds will do the printing for you and get your permit and set up all the information for you and mail out your flyers, your postcards, and they do a phenomenal job. Dave, I have to tell you.
Just so you know, that everyone, that he just memorized that. He did not read that. There's nothing he's reading off of here. If you can see down here, there's nothing he reads off of. He just says this off the cuff. He remembers all. By the way, Bill Reynolds is 15-20 on his SATs. Perfect English score, was it? Perfect.
No, I'm not perfect in anything other than trying to raise my two children
who
are located in the booth with us. The Absegami player is up off the turf. We're coming back from the break in action. 2:33 left here in the third quarter. The Mainland Mustang mascot is getting down with the cheerleaders. I think he's dancing with senior captain Brookie Cookie, who we interviewed in the preview show. Is that another flag, Dave? Dead ball foul, false start, Absegami. Dave, this is reminiscent of the Eagles game last night. Yellow hankies all over the field, tons of penalties.
That was some kind of record last night.
It was. Here we go. The band is up and playing, and I am dancing up 27-0.
Can we get a shot of the cheerleaders down here on this one? They're doing a great job down there. Coached by two former Eagles cheerleaders, Tiffany Unsworth and Jessica Gonzalez.
All right, here we go. We are back live. Inside handoff by Absegami. Stop. Brings up 3rd and 15.
Man, this band, if you can hear them when they play, man, they play, the whole town can hear it. And you know what? No one complains. They love hearing them.
All right.
They love hearing them.
Harned in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, 1 running back to his right. Calls the signals. Low snap. He catches it. He looks up. He steps up. He is stopped by a host of Mainland Mustangs. Sonny, it's better to be feared than loved. Frazier with the stop. Him and number 50, Hector Guerrero, fired up, high-fiving after the play. Number 55, Braden Lights Out Pullman, comes off the field on special teams. I think it's the only down he comes off the field.
Yeah, he plays both ways. A tough position on both sides, defensive end, tight end, some line sometimes. He's got to be gassed, but these guys are really well conditioned.
Dave, Integrity Physical Therapy has 4 offices in South Jersey, also one of our sponsors. Absegami in the punt. Uh-oh, short snap. It's up. He gets it out. Get away. Ball comes to rest at the Absegami 39. Mainland takes over after the punt. First and 10 with 47.2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. We've had no points here in the third quarter. Both teams got in the red zone and fouled. And we are now looking at 1st and 10 Absegami. Strike that. 1st and 10 Mainland on the Absegami 39. Hall comes back out from the sideline with the first team offense. Hall in the pistol. 3 receivers left. Tyquan Campbell to his left. 1 receiver right. Inside handoff to Campbell. Up the middle. Not much there, a gain of maybe 1. Absegami's infiltrating the offensive line there. It was, again, number 20.
So Taekwon Campbell is somebody that doesn't need a nickname from you because everybody calls him, what? Taco. Taco. Everyone calls him Taco.
Love the tacos.
Zach Maddock corrected me, and I said Taekwon. He's like, you mean Taco? I mean, everybody calls him Taco. Why would you call him Taekwon? I'm like, okay, deal.
Taco.
So, Bill, there's one you don't have to do.
Taco up the middle for a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 9. They're going to let the clock run out here, I think. They're not in a hurry, and they're not paying attention to the clock. It's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to switch ends here. Oh, he got the snap off. It's low. It's a worm burner. Hall picks it up. He rolls right, gets it out in space, throws incomplete, saves the down. Great heads-up play there at the end of the third quarter by Hall.
Smart by Hall.
I have to say, Dave, an uneventful third quarter after a very eventful first half where Mainland is still leading 27-0. A lot of up and down.
Can't make more mistakes than they did in the first half. They were really a mess. That team was. It looked like the first time they had ever assembled themselves. They did it to themselves a lot. And Mainland again executed on when they needed to, took advantage of some breaks. But still, you want to see them productive on every quarter, every single quarter.
So I'd like to take this opportunity while we have a break here between the third and fourth quarter to thank some of our sponsors. We have Walt's Original Primo Pizza in Summers Point. Shore Orthopedic University Associates, some of the best doctors in South Jersey. Shore Orthopedics located in Summers Point, New Jersey. They have every type of orthopedic surgeon you would like. They are some talented physicians. Golden Nugget Atlantic City, one of our new sponsors that stepped up to the plate this week. Golden Nugget Atlantic City, they used to be they're located where the Trump Marina used to be. Golden Nugget's on the marina there, the Frank S. Farley Marina. Golden Nugget, a great place to go. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. A lot of fun at the deck at the Golden Nugget. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors we don't have the graphics for yet. Cheech to Go in Mays Landing, New Jersey. They got pizza just as good as Walt's. $10 large pies. 609-625-8989. Great guys over at Cheech.
Shout out to Golden Nugget.
Golden Nugget. I was just talking how the deck at the Golden Nugget, they have Fake Fest there every year where they have all these cover bands that act like other bands.
Oh, they
crush it.
Bruce Springsteen.
They crush
ever.
it. Yeah, the B Street Band.
Yeah,
the B Street Band. When I was young, I used to play sax like Clarence Clemens. Not.
So while we're here and we got a little bit of a break, this field, which we were talking about in the first half, this field and this community is brought together by these lights. The lights here were donated by Jack Thomas, who passed away earlier this year, and he's the owner of Charlie's Bar.
Hall on the gun, rolls to his left, takes it down, stopped there by number 52 from the Absegami Braves. That was number 52. Number 52 for the Braves is Sean Stewart. He is just a sophomore. He is 5'10", 230 pounds. David,
so to finish that story, these lights were donated back in 1995. Our first game was against Absegami. Tony DeSalle, who's in the crowd tonight, had a 70-yard touchdown to open up the first play of the game, and the first ever under the lights. So it's a special moment, and it's very memorable for me just to be here. And
31, Lowry back in punt position. He booms it. Catch by Davis. Uh-oh, Davis has space. He makes the sideline. Flag. There's a clip. Great call there by the side judge. Great call. That was a clip on number 6, Stefan Larick. Larick had a beat on Davis, and they clipped him from behind. The hanky goes on the field. They call the block in the back. The side judge indicated at about the 40-yard line. The referee gives them a thumbs up. They're bringing it all the way back. Unfortunately for the Absegami Braves, they were going to actually get out into the midfield area after the Carnell Davis punt return. Unfortunately for the Braves, they get set back after the penalty, and they're taking it way back, all the way to the 30-yard line.
So Carnell Davis was an ex-Mainlander, Carnell Davis Sr. This is his junior. Was an awesome athlete as well.
Dave, speaking of Athletes Arbor, Joe B. taking it to the house for the prep. He takes it to the outside. It's number 13, Will Harned. He throws it. Pass falls incomplete after the bobbled snap. Pass intended for number 1, Carnell Davis. Davis is an absolute stud for the Absegami Braves. He is a 6'3", 185-pound, just a sophomore for the Braves. He is an incredible athlete.
His dad was a great athlete. I think his son has stepped up on him too. He's going to be a good college player.
Well, Dave,
too.
I don't want to brag, but I was a little bit of an athlete when I was a kid, and my kids have stepped it up big time on me.
That's what I hear. I mean, I've seen it in person. These kids are awesome little athletes, man. Matter of fact, there's a lot of athletes here tonight.
Yes,
Summers Point Sharks were here. The Linwood Panthers were here. The Northfield Cardinals were here. And all their cheerleaders, they all cheered together at the beginning of this game. It was a real nice, it's a nice night.
First and 10 Braves. Harned rolls right, fakes it, pumps it. Pass falls incomplete. Almost picked off there. Who was that on the almost interception? That was number 13. That's Moreno, Dennis Moreno. He is also just a sophomore. Mainland playing the youngsters, Dave. I love it.
Yeah. But tonight was a special night. I saw some faces in the crowd. I saw Dennis Williams, senior, the ex-Mainland great coach, Coach Coffey, who was here for about 30 years, who was my head coach, and Tony DeSalle, Mainland great.
Dave, you know one of the things I love? We're looking out the back window of the broadcast booth. There's about 100 kids out there running around playing football, talking. They got their jerseys on. That's what it's all about. The youth and the community coming together, and all those kids want to be wearing the Mustang green when they get older.
Yep, and hopefully we stop sending some of these kids that are talented from our area to other schools like the Prep or Holy Spirit. Sorry, Bill.
It's all right. Harned takes the snap. He rolls right. He beats the corner, throws it back cross body, pass falls incomplete. Dave, do you think he should have carried it there? He should have pulled it down?
At this point in the game, they have 0 points up. They should try anything right now. But
listen to this song. Reaching out. Dave, this reminds me of late night Maloney's in Margate. Reaching out.
You guys got to see it. I wish you could be up in this booth and see what was going on.
If you're not having fun, you're not having anything, Dave.
This is great.
Mainland in punt receive formation. Punt goes off. Back to receive. It's number 5. Fair catch by number 5, Kyle Goodman. Kyle has served as the holder tonight for number 12, Sean Carey, who's booted 2 very long field goals. Goodman playing offense, defense, special teams, returning punts, holding the kicks.
They trust him a lot. They trust his hands.
Touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Oh.
This place is pretty lit right now. The Corral Crazies over here
so good.
are going crazy. There's tonight they had a really neat thing. Golden Nugget is donating 10 $500 scholarships to people in the Corral Crazies. So at the end of the year, they draw a ticket. At the end of the year, there's going to be 10 $500 scholarships from people in the Corral Crazies right here.
Dave, if I was young, I would be a Corral Crazy. Run up the middle by Moreno. 13 stopped for no gain. Absegami stops him cold. Brings up second and about 12 from the Mainland 37-yard line. They're going to get to midfield for the first down. Just to recap, folks, 10-13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mainland leading 27-0.
And they're slow getting to the line. They're just trying to mosey along, use
Running
some
the
of that
clock.
Run the clock out. Yep.
Run the clock. Baywatch throws it out to number 6, Stephen Lark, over his head and out of bounds. brings up 3rd and 12. Pass falls incomplete. That's Dean Baywatch Hall in the pistol.
And the Gammy defensive end made a nice play there to see the screen happening and put his hand up to force that high throw right there.
So, Dave, I'm receiving text messages from some people at home that remembered exactly what I remembered. Sweet Caroline at Maloney's in Margate at closing time. So good, so good.
You're dating yourself, but yeah, that's a great place. I've been there a couple times.
Here we go. Mainland in the pistol. Hall throws it down the middle. Oh, just over his hands. Intended for number 6, Stephen Lark. It was almost good times there, Dave. Straight down the middle.
Oh, man. Yeah, we just watch that on the replay.
9:43 left to go.
Push-ups, push-ups, push-ups.
9:43 left to go. Brings up fourth and 12. Absegami back and punt return. They have number 1, Carnell Davis. He's a 6'3", 185-pound prolific sophomore for the Absegami Braves. All night long before the broadcast came on during the first half, Carnell Davis was the feature of the Absegami offense. They were trying to get him in space and were unable to do so. Lowry back to punt. He gets it off under pressure. Davis comes up. He receives it. He has room. He catches it on the fly. Crosses midfield over to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Out of bounds at the Mainland 30. Dave, they're over midfield. Great return there by Davis. He had speed and space. 2 things that are dangerous.
I'll tell you what, with it as a
Who got him there? Number 6, Lark. Yeah. Stefan Lark with a saving tackle drives him out of bounds at 30.
For a sophomore to put up these type of numbers and play these many different positions, it's impressive. He's going to have a bright future here at Gammy.
Dave, the band is jamming. I'm dancing in the booth.
Boys, why don't you dance too? You can't dance? You guys can't dance?
They can only dance Greek in a circle, Dave. Meet your friends at Charlie's tonight. Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. We will be there after the game viewing the second half replay. Absegami in the pistol takes over 1st and 10 after the punt return by Davis. Harned throws it out to the right. Pass complete. Stopped after about a 7-yard gain by a host of Mainland tacklers. The band is jamming. Let's see who's on the tackle here on the replay. We have a host of tacklers.
There's a lot of young guys in there right now. Some new numbers you haven't seen. Some guys with skinny arms are in there.
They clearly have not worked out at Athletes Arbor.
No, the skinny arms are the young guys. The big arms are the older guys that get in the weight room a little bit more, get after it. Sonny Frazier, Braden Pullman.
Sonny Frazier, it's better to be feared than loved. Listen, Mickey Mantle don't care about you. If your dad can't pay his rent, Mickey Mantle don't care whether it matters, right? A Bronx Tale.
We're going to have a nice, by the end of the season, everybody's going to have nicknames.
Well, we got Taco. We got Baywatch. We got Ducktown Tavern, because where else are you going to go? Johnny X slanging the beers and the wings.
X.
Yes. You know, they like to play Sweet Caroline at Ducktown's, too, about 6 a.m. 9:14 left to go here. Mainland leading 27-0. Absegami inside the Mainland 25, 2nd and 4. 9 minutes to go. Clock's running. Bad snap. Harned picks it up at the 40. He should get rid of it. He can't do it. Pressure there. Who was that tackle? Great tackle there by number 21. Number 21 on the strike that on the Mainland Mustangs. That's Aman Rasif. He is a 6'1", 153-pound sophomore. First time I mentioned his name tonight, Dave. Great speed there by Rasif, Aman Rasif. He plays DN at a $155, soaking wet.
Well, I got Jimmy Thomas from Charlie's Bar texting me right now.
And what did he say?
He's like,
is he warming up Sweet Caroline?
He's going. How much do I need? I'm like, well, we have a lot of people here tonight. You're gonna have a packed house.
Packed house. Harned takes the snap. He looks down the middle, intended for number 11, way over his head. Pass defense by number 9, Amir Vick. Amir Vick is a 5'10", 156-pound junior for the Mainland Mustangs. Dave, like to give the shout out to Ducktown, Tailgaters, and Point Diner. Point Diner in Summers Point over the Ocean City Bridge. Nick Exodopoulos, Johnny X's dad, has been cooking the eggs there for about 50 years. The griddle is so seasoned, the eggs are incredible.
It's great to talk about these local sponsors and how this community really comes together and supports itself.
8:06 to go, 4th and long, 4th and forever at the Mainland 35. Harned takes the snap. He looks right, throws right, pass underneath to number 2, Wilkins. Wilkins picks up about 8 to 10. Short of the first down marker. Mainland takes over on downs, leading 27 to nothing with 7:58 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Dave, I am waiting for the band to play another song so we can get it on.
I don't know if you can dance better than that to Sweet Caroline. That's a pretty.
Listen,
it's the most movement I've ever seen for the big man.
Oh yeah,
big man.
Oh yeah. Listen, reminiscing of the days back in Washington Avenue in Margate, in Maloney's, in what they used to call the zoo. I'm sure some of our listeners at home have flashbacks of the zoo. Here we go. Mainland. Is that Graziato in? Graz is in. He snaps it, pitches it.
That's a cool looking pitch.
That was a cool looking pitch.
Like he's going to the left. You think he pitched it with his right hand.
He did. He pitched it across his body. Who was the ball carrier there, Dave? I couldn't quite see. Was that Campbell?
I think that was Kyle Campbell, number 5.
5? Not Taekwon? Not Taco?
I think.
Or Larrick?
Could have been Larrick.
No, it was Massaro. I just saw him throw the. It was number 1, Massaro, with the carry. Joe Massari, strike that. He is a 5'7", 144-pound senior. 7:22 to go. Clock running, 2nd and about 5. Graz in the gun. Graz calls for it. Inside handoff to Taco. Taco takes it over to the 40. First down. They are running the ball and running the clock. Taking the air out of the ball, Billy Parcells style. Mainland Mustangs leading the Absegami Braves 27 to nothing here at the Mainland Mustang Corral. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our key sponsors, Edmonds & Associates. Edmonds, located on Tilton Road in Northfield. They have all your mailing and marketing needs. They serve governmental agencies, small and large business and corporations. I think they might do some mailing for Golden Nugget too, Dave. Graz takes the snap, runs it up inside, cuts it up the gut. Gain of about 4, brings it out to the 44-yard line right in front of us.
I mean, if you could look if you look down here to the right, there's a Jumbotron that got pulled in here for the second half when they realized, that you really can't have it out in the rain like we had. We had some technical difficulties here in the first half as well. We had no internet connection whatsoever, so the game was not even started until until the second half. You got a little bit of visual by the second quarter, but no audio. And you can see, if you look to the right, there is a Jumbotron with all the seniors' pictures sliding right through here. It's a pretty neat option. I've never seen this at a high school game before.
Inside handoff, I believe that was Moreno. I'll tell you what, Dave, number 20 on the Braves has not given up. That is Trevor Brenner. He is fired up. Handoff up the middle to number 13, Dennis Moreno. As I indicated earlier, he is just a sophomore. Mainland breaks the huddle for 3rd down, 3rd and about 4. 5:27 left to go in the half. In the game. Mainland leading 27-0. Graziato in the shotgun, runs it up the gut, picks up a first down, move the chains and run the clock.
We're getting the text right now from all the I get from all my friends and everything that are watching this from all over the place. We have people texting from Atlanta, from Louisiana, from San Diego, from LA. Pretty cool.
Handoff up the middle again to number 13, Moreno. Dennis Moreno.
So when we're this is on this YouTube feed, you guys can actually type to us your comments and questions and your shout outs and stuff like that, and we'll respond to them when we see them on here. I know last week Marcus Perry, who was down in Virginia, was typing some stuff in here. I was too excited about the win that I really didn't read any of them, but we saw them afterwards, and we are, as we get better at this, we'll we're going to be responding to them in the middle of the game.
Graz takes the snap, inside handoff again to Moreno. Tackled there by number 55, Jaden Hall. Hall is a 5'10", 235-pound junior for the Absegami Braves. Graz doing a good job running the offense here, running the clock, picking up first downs, brings up 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 with 3:43 left to go in the game. Mainland just taking the air out of the ball.
So as we get to the end of this game, we're going to try to get Coach Smith here at the end of the game for a couple minutes to kind of give us his feedback on what his thoughts.
False start there. Mainland's going to make it 3rd and 7. Oh, did they call that on Absegami? They did. It's going to bring up a first down. First down, Mustangs.
We will see Coach Smith definitely at the end of the game. Now, I get beat up by these guys a little bit. I got Bill beats me up here, and I got Coach Smith beat me up down there when we're all excited.
Just excited, Dave. There's a lot of excitement here at the Mainland Mustang Corral. I'm looking down right in front of me. Dave, what's the Mainland Mustang mascot called? Is he Stanger? What's his name?
I think he's the Stang.
The Stang?
Yeah.
I don't know. In my younger years, Dave, I'd go over and probably high-five him, maybe knock him down. 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. The clock is running.
Still here after 35 years, I think, or maybe more, Coach Tetley, we still have him on the sideline. He was the defensive coordinator back from all the heyday with the 5 state championships. He's still here.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. Graziato in the shotgun. Taco behind them. 2 receivers left. Massaro in motion. Pitch out to Massaro. Massaro cuts it up. Great play. I like the play call there, Dave. Great fake by Graz. Graz pitched it with his right hand again. He shoveled it out there to him. Massaro cuts it back. Tackle there by number 20. Dave, number 20 on Absegami. I have to give him credit. I've watched a lot of these kids. You see their body language, their shoulders slump. Number 20 has played every down like he's on fire. Dave, he's putting on tape for himself a good game, even though the score is 27-0. Number 20 is Trevor Brenner. He's a captain for the Absegami Braves. He is 5'10", 185-pound. Just a scene.
Yeah, he's the one that he had a pretty tough penalty.
He did.
He had the one that was
He
thrown.
did.
But, I mean, you got to love his intensity.
Yeah.
And,
he's fired up.
Speaking of some of the history at Mainland, Coach Tetley used to be the weight room coach for many, many years. Now it's Antoine Lewis.
Antoine
great
has gotten
Mainland
these guys in shape.
Great Mainlander, great player at Villanova. And now what an awesome addition to the weight room. He has got these kids fired up every morning at 5:30 in the morning.
Dave, I'd like to give an opportunity to one of our sponsors whose graphics have not gotten in yet. Gyros and Greens on Maryland Avenue in Summers Point. My man Lupe and his family, they serve up the empanadas, the burritos, the tacos, and the gyros, or the gyros if you're Greek, and the chicken and pork souvlaki, extra tzatziki. Mainland, 2:05 left to go. Graziato takes the snap, inside handoff to number 25. That's a new number for us to call out. Number 25 is Mackenzie Murphy. He is just a sophomore, 5'7", 145-pound slot receiver. Takes the jet sweep and runs it down to about a 3-yard gain inside the 20. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's another weight room freak.
Hey, say goodbye.
He's Mackenzie Murphy's another weight room freak, and you'll see he's going to be a nice little player as he gets older.
1:25 left to go. Clock running. Graz on the snap. Inside hand up to Moreno. Moreno's stopped for a short game. Brings up third and about 6. 1:17 left. Clock running. Mainland leading 27-0. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Integrity Physical Therapy. They do inpatient, outpatient physical therapy for kids and adults. They have 4 offices located in South Jersey, Cape May Courthouse, Stratford, among many. We have an injury on the field. Number 13, Moreno, is down. Clock stops with 54.8 seconds left. Dave, Mainland came out in the first half on fire, took a 27-0 lead. I would like to recap the scoring for the people at home. In the first quarter, Mainland scored a touchdown and a field goal, Larrick for a 44-yard touchdown with 8:37 left to go. And then with 3:27 into the second quarter, a 33-yard field goal by number 12, Carey. In the second quarter, we had 3 scores, 2 touchdowns and another field goal. Campbell, taco for 35 yards straight up the gut, and Hall punched in one from the 1-yard line to take a 24-0 lead. And then finally, to cap off the scoring, a 37-yard field goal by number 12, Carey, knocked it through the uprights. Dave, those field goals were sponsored by Island Sun Tanning, where it's always sunny and it's never rainy and it's never cloudy.
Speaking of Always Sunny, if you like that show, it just came back on, another season, season 13. Love it. One of my favorite shows.
Dave,
when you're at 27-0, that's what you talk about.
Dave, if I wasn't on a strict lifestyle change on the food that I eat, I would be going to Charlie's and eating about 30 boneless buffalo tenders, Talgun sauce.
Boys, what do you think? Charlie's after this?
And that's it, Dave. The clock is going to run out. 27-0. No scoring in the second half. Mainland took a 27-0 lead in the halftime and preserved it and closed out the victory with a absolute dominating performance over the Absegami Braves. Mainland takes a 2-0 record back to the locker room. Absegami starts the season 0-1 with a donut with no points on the board and a lot to work on. I'm sure head coach Dennis Scuderi is definitely going to speak to the boys about getting their act together and not making the mental mistakes that were made this evening. Mainland had a very, very good first half and just ran out the string here in the second half. Man, the band is jamming. The cheerleaders are dancing. Brookie Cookie is going crazy in the front row. As the players come off the field, they're going to serenade the band. They're going to sing to the crowd here. A 27-0 drubbing by the Mainland Mustangs at the Mainland Mustang Corral in downtown Linwood. What a home opener. Here we go. They're going to sing to the crowd. Singing the school song. Awesome. Mainland 2-0 after two big victories over Overbrook 24-6, Absegami 27-0. Mainland has given up one touchdown all season so far in 8 quarters. Defense has been stifling. Offense moving the ball. Carries by Hall for a touchdown, Campbell for a touchdown, Lark for a touchdown. Lark runs the jet sweep inside handoff. Campbell runs the pitch, and Hall runs the quarterback keeper up the gut. They are a trifecta. They are a trifecta of talent here for the Mainland Mustangs offense. And on defense, you have beast, absolutely beast. Drew Demorat, number 54. Strike that number 43. Drew Demorat had over 10 tackles, fumble recovery, special teams plays. Number 52, Sonny Frazier, had his head in on so many plays. Number 54, Elijah, knock him in a fog. Number 55, Braden lights out Pullman, had a big sack early in the first quarter. Incredible effort.
So I'm here on the field with Coach Shiner. What a great defensive day we had. You held them to, what is it, 1 yard on rush, 1 yard rushing and 80 yards passing?
And 9 yards total offense, 1 yard rushing.
How do you feel after a win like that?
It ought to feel great for the kids. They've worked really hard. The coaches have worked hard. Coach Sikowski spent a lot of extra time on the film this week. He had them down pat.
And how do you feel, even though it was a big win, and you look at it, when you look at the film, I'm sure you're going to see all your mistakes and everything. Did you see a lot of mistakes, or did you see perfect? Was that a perfect shutout?
No, we saw a pretty good game. I think the only thing I would have liked to have seen better would have been some of our perimeter guys do a little better job on the pass. I mean, I think that we didn't go up and challenge for the ball in the air. So I think that's something we'll work on this coming week. The team we play next week, Cherry Hill West, they're a wide open spread team, so we're going to see a lot of throwing that next week too.
How about those studs linebackers that you got? I mean, Demorad and Pullman and Sonny Frazier, these guys are unbelievable.
Oh, they're unbelievable. I mean, you know, the three kings inside, right? You know, Elijah, Sonny, and Drew. Those guys just do a heck of a job. But you got 3 guys down, so most of the time we're rushing 3 guys because we played a lot of pass coverage. We figured they would come out with a lot of tricks, and they did with some things. So we were going to play pretty vanilla and let the 3 guys and the 6 linebackers, or 3 linebackers, let those guys take care of everything else, and they did a great job.
I did forget about Fogg. He had a great special teams play as well.
He did.
And that's huge. And you know how much those things can be momentum builders.
And he caused a fumble. He ran
We
ran very few stunts, and the one that we did was a Mike switch, and he hit the mesh point, and the ball just blew up in the air, and we turned around and scored on that.
Well, thanks, Coach. I know you want to get with your team. So we're going to try to grab Coach Smith here in a second, and I'm going to try to keep this within range, and I'm going to go try to grab him right now. But this is an exciting atmosphere. There's still thousands of people here at the field, and the kids are just lit up. They're tired. It was hot. But, man, what a great game. And we're going to see you guys at Charlie's. Give me a minute, and I'm going to get Coach Smith.
All right, I want to take over for Dave here as he's waiting for Coach Smith at midfield. An incredible performance by the Mainland Mustangs, shutting out the Absegami Braves 27-0. I want to touch on some statistics that Dave just mentioned. Our stats man, OB, just texted me the PDF. Mainland had 191 yards of total offense. Absegami had 90 yards of total offense. Absegami had literally 89 yards of passing and 1 rush yard. Here we go, Coach Smith.
Coach. Great job. What do you got to say about it this win?
The defense was outstanding. You know, offensively we really spun wheels tonight. You know, we struggled offensively tonight, especially in our passing game. We had guys wide open. We really could have blown the doors open, but we didn't. But our defense across the board was just unbelievable. You know, they've been tough all season so far, all through the preseason. Teams have a hard time running the ball on us. But, you know, they had their backs to the wall a couple times where Absegami could have gotten back into the game, and they just put the front up and shut them out, you know. And outstanding job by the defense.
And how about those linebackers? These are unbelievable today. They are outstanding. You could see it from up high that they were just rangy. They everything from sideline to sideline contained. Even Carnell Davis, who's a really good player, really contained him.
Yeah, we did a good job with that. You know, our linebackers worked a lot of passing game this whole week in practice because we knew they'd probably be more pass heavy going into the game, and we put Tyquan Campbell on the Davis kid, knowing he's a great, receiver, a tremendous athlete for a sophomore. He's unbelievable. One of the best kids I've seen in a long time. And, we put our best athlete on him, and he did a pretty good job on him tonight. I think he only had maybe 2 or 3 catches, something like that, and we kind of kept him out of the end zone. But our linebackers did a good job of containing everything, flowing to the ball, stopping when they try to get outside, getting underneath the under routes and things like that. It's just defensively across the board, they did a good job.
And, Coach, where are you going to be spending the next couple hours here?
At America's favorite place, Charlie's.
Awesome. Coach Smith.
The way
he snuck
I can't keep getting beat up between Bill and Chuck doing this to me every game. I don't know. I got to wear pads. Next time I'm going to wear pads. But great win down on the field. I'm so excited. Get my pump on right now. We're going to be at Charlie's, though, to fill up the bellies. All right, Mainland.
Awesome. Great job, Dave and Coach Smith. What an incredible victory tonight for the Mainland Mustangs. One of the things that I would definitely like to touch on is statistics that I just referenced prior to Coach Smith's interview. Mainland limited Absegami to 1 yard rushing. 1 yard rushing. They had 2 turnovers and absolutely dominated them on third down. Absegami only converted 1 of 13 third downs and 2 of 5 fourth downs. Mainland had 12 first downs and outgained Absegami 191 yards to 90 yards. The scoring all in the first half prior to our broadcast coming on due to technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi here at the stadium clearly showed Absegami making mental mistakes, which turned into points for the Mainland Mustangs. 3 rushing touchdowns by the Mainland Mustangs. Number 6, Stefan Lark. Number 4, Dean Baywatch Hall. And number 3, Tyquan Taco Campbell, all plunged in the end zone. And 2 huge field goals, both 30-plus yards by number 12, Sean Carey. He might be one of the MVPs so far this season. It's funny that you're speaking about a kicker, but he is 3 for 3 in field goals and absolutely has crushed it so far this season. So I have to say one of the most pleasant surprises of the season has been the Mainland kicking game, because in our preseason interview with Coach Smith, he really didn't indicate that they were working on the kicking too much. In fact, he said they were practicing on a field without any field goal post. So I have to say, I've now been joined again by my partner in crime up here in the booth, Dave Klemick, after the on-field interviews. It was a pleasure to watch the 27-0 drubbing this evening of the Absegami Braves. Mainland takes a 2-0 record in the next week's matchup against Cherry Hill West.
So as Coach was saying, it's going to be a wide open style offense, and our defensive backfield is very talented. I would put them up with any of the best in the league, probably minus some of the parochial schools like St. Augustine's Prep, who has recruited their kids from all over the place. But really talented defensive backfield, a lot of speed. Even at the linebackers, we talk about them, and Coach calls them the 3 Kings. And they even did it on special teams. Some of those linebackers are very special athletes. I expect them to be great college players as well someday.
So, Dave, I have to tell you, I cannot wait for next week's matchup against Cherry Hill West as Mainland Mustangs take a 2-0 record into that matchup, and we are going to make sure we do not have technical difficulties next week.
Yeah, none of that. Well, really, we had no internet probably for the first half, so it was really beyond our control. And we're doing everything that we can, and the thing is, until they work out those bugs with the internet, we're just
do our best.
And listen, we had a ton of fun. I got beat up between Bill and Chuck. The whole first half was just an absolute blowout, and you see not really much or any scoring in the second half, but the first half was just all kind of fireworks from the Mainland Mustangs.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank our staff that joined us tonight on mainlandfootball.tv, Mark McElwee, Mike Wolverton, and our sideline runner, Zach
Maddock.
Automatic, who's an absolute stud soccer player, and he was one of our best flag football referees and a super athlete who works out at Athletes Arbor who can jump out of the gym.
And Mainland had a 7-0 victory today where Zach got to play goalie and shut out the who'd you guys play, Zach? Lower Cape May, a 7-0, huge.
The Lower
huge
Cape
win.
May Tigers, right? Caper Tigers shut them out 7-0. So I'd like to sign off tonight, folks, and say thank you for joining us at the Mainland Mustang Corral at the home opener for the 2-0 Mainland Mustangs. Good night and good football.
And see you at Charlie's.
Have a good night.